everyone, welcome back to my Closet Confession podcast, where confessions become connections. So today we're going to be talking about influencer culture. Is it real or is it really fake? First of all, I want to say that social media is such a great tool. I am very thankful because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for social media. It helped me like 100% with my sponsorships, my professional path, everything, even with my green card. And I've said that before. So I do appreciate it as a tool. It gives me so many opportunities. But it is undeniable that it has affected everybody in a very, very negative way. So how influencers create like this illusion of perfection. I have to admit that scrolling on social media, it can be very intimidating. And I can only imagine how much it can influence like younger generations because I can feel how it can influence and affect me. And I'm in my 30s. So we have to understand that what we watch on social media is not real life. Nobody's gonna post their bad sides or waking up in the morning with no makeup, hair, messy hair, and nobody's gonna show their true self and being actually vulnerable on camera. So, we scroll and we see all these perfect angles, perfect images, and that can really, really affect how we feel about ourselves. So we really, really have to remember that whenever we scroll, this is not a real life. This is filters. This is the perfect angle. This is probably like the sixth take that they took before they posted that video or that picture. Because it can be such a mindfuck. And it sets up like so high standards of beauty, of image, that they are unrealistic. Another one is money versus authenticity. So I do understand that a lot of people make their money from sponsorships. And as a fitness influencer and athlete, I did get a lot of sponsorships, but they actually were aligned with my values and my beliefs and what I was doing at that time. Supplement brands, clothing brands, it's something that, yes, I was paid for that, but I was completely like representing them and their values and their company's ideas. But there are so many influencers that they don't any sponsorship doesn't make money. That might not really sometimes align with their beliefs or their values. And that's what they actually lose their authenticity. So they become like slaves of their brands and their sponsorships. And they don't show their true self. And yeah, I do understand that there is a pressure to say yes to these sponsorships because that's how you make your money. But is it actually worth it though? To lose your authenticity and individuality over money? That is a good question. So yes, I mentioned earlier that we end up like comparing ourselves with all these influencers, all these models, all these amazing, perfect angles. And it does have, we probably don't understand it, but it does have a big effect in our mental health. And I can imagine that for younger generations that they're building their personality and their character, how that can affect their psychic and their mental stability. I was really lucky that when I was growing up, we didn't have all these things. We had actual interactions with people and we were actual social. Yeah, because social media, if you really think about it, it's not really social at all. You're lonely. It should be called lonely media. Anyways, so it definitely has a big effect on our mental health and our self-worth. Comparing ourselves all day with all these perfect images that they're unrealistic and not real, it can definitely affect us. Another one that I want to point out is that I feel that nowadays everybody wants to be an influencer. And I'm not saying that not everybody has a talent. I personally believe that everyone is unique. Everybody has their own talent. And the thing is, they need time to practice on that skill and develop that talent before they start going viral. So I feel that nowadays they focus on how can I get viral before how can I get better at what I do. And unfortunately, I see it all the time in the gym. I'm sure you all guys see um, 100 million tripods every time you go to the gym. It feels like you have to sign a disclosure because you don't want to be background at anybody's video. And I personally don't enjoy that. It does make my experience at the gym terrible. I want to go there. I want to do my thing. And I do understand that people, especially like athletes, and there's a lot in LA and bodybuilders, they need content. And I respect that. But it's wild how everyone, just because they got a pair of leggings and they got a membership, they automatically feel that they're fitness models. No, sorry, fitness influencers. So I had this experience in my local gym. I went in, I was training, was using a machine, kind of like a new machine. And this girl comes up to me and she's like, "Oh my God, can you help me? Can you show me how to use it?" And I was like, "Absolutely. Yeah, of course." Then 5 minutes later, after I showed her how to do it and I corrected her, she brings her tripod and she starts recording. And I'm like, "What are you recording for? Like, who are you teaching or who are you trying to influence?" Because you can get there. You can become a fitness model and a fitness personality and all that. But you need to put the time. You need to educate yourself. I spent so much time on the internet educating myself. I competed like 12 times. I went to Greece to compete and represent my country. And I feel that nowadays everybody just wants to go viral and want to call themselves content creator without having the skills, without having spent any time on becoming better. So that is something that I see it in the fitness industry, but I'm sure it happens in other fields like podcasts. I feel that nowadays everybody, and I understand that everybody has a saying and everybody has a unique talent, but you really, really have to put like the time to become better and develop a talent and that skill. What do you guys think? I think that, with all these fake accounts and all this fake content that we watch, that eventually when people start becoming real and start posting their true self and their authentic self, that because of all this plethora of bullshit, that we're going to start appreciating not the perfect angle, not the perfect image. Social media right now is so oversaturated that it will have to get back to authenticity because that's what people will start actually appreciating and hoping at least. So yeah, that's all I had to say about the influencer culture. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any other tips or advice or any other thoughts, please comment. And I want to start doing something that everybody does. Please subscribe, comment, and like my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.